Let's quickly shift our gears now to our Abuja studios with Ibrahim Adra.
Many thanks indeed, Gimba. Let's begin with the warning from the Nigerian military authorities that they will no longer tolerate unfounded allegations from Amnesty International. The Director of Defense Information Brigadier General John Agim stated this while addressing a news conference in Maiduguri after leading a team from the defense headquarters to Maiduguri to investigate allegations of rape and other sexual offenses allegedly carried out by army personnel positioned in IDP camps. According to him, the team has been talking to stakeholders, including caregivers, camp officials and women leaders, and has concluded that Amnesty International lied.
Interacted with the stakeholders in the camps that the Nigerian Armed Forces has neither molested, sexually assaulted, nor raped any IDP as alleged by Amnesty International. Blanket allegation and insinuation as contained in the Amnesty International report as alleged against the armed forces of Nigeria are rather very ineffective methodologies to address this ill. It is therefore high time we address this issue squarely, rather than resulting to blanket allegations. In the armed forces, we maintain that we do not condone rape and do not have rapists among us. The military has several measures in place to regulate the conduct of troops and to define their relationship with members of their host communities.
Staying with the security matters, the Aliko Dangote Foundation has donated 150 Guangzhou Automobile Group cars to the Nigerian police force. The president and chief executive of the Dangote Group says the gesture is a way of complementing the activities of the police in surveillance, crime prevention and maintenance of law and order in the country. While receiving the cars at a ceremony at the Eagle Square in Abuja, the Inspector General of Police Ibrahim Idris expressed gratitude to the Dangote Group and stated that the job of the police in maintaining law and order will be better served if more private organizations support the police force.
Whether it is attacks from Boko Haram, killer herdsmen, abductions, robberies or cult activities, insecurity has become the bane of our existence as a country. The Aliko Dangote Foundation has donated 150 GAC-3 sedan cars to the police force to aid its efforts towards crime prevention and quick response to emergencies in Nigeria. With a top speed of 190 kilometers per hour, tank capacity level of 50 liters, dual front airbags and electronic anti-theft system, the police force are thankful to the Aliko Dangote Foundation.
The vehicles will be put in effective use and therefore a boost to our efforts in the fight against crime and criminality in this country.
Chairman of CIG Motors, the company that couples GA3 sedans in Nigeria, spoke on the driving experience that the police are about to have.
When you see all these wonderful and beautiful cars stand in front of you, I must say, all of the police, after this event, when you're driving our car, you will enjoy the best experience of driving in this country.
Africa's richest man, who is the president and chief executive of the Dangote Group, spoke on the motivation behind the gesture, stating that this is just the first batch to the police and that the Aliko Dangote Foundation plans to do more.
We want them to make sure they maintain them. Once we see what happens in the next 6 months, we will also look at how we assist them. It's not only the police, we would like to look at other areas of assistance. You know, we've done quite a lot also by renovating some of the barracks of the military, and we'll look at where are the needs. As we continue to grow, we'll continue to also pump money into social services.
This is the biggest number of vehicles given by a private organization to the police in Nigeria's history. And this hopefully has set the pace for more organizations to join hands with the police force to ensure that law and order is maintained in the country.
Now to some company news. The milk of domesticated animals is generally accepted as an important food source for growth in humans. Friesland Campina Wamco, makers of Peak and 3 Crowns brands of milk, join other countries to observe the World Milk Day today in Lagos and to remind Nigerians of the benefits of milk.
They are still looking forward and they need to grow.
Lagos State Commissioners, members of the Nutrition Society and other health personnel are here to celebrate the 18th World Milk Day. The Corporate Affairs Director of Friesland Campina Wamco starts the meeting with information about the importance of milk.
Milk plays a key role in treating undernutrition, both in industrialized countries as well as developing nations or emerging markets.
A nutrition expert, Dr. Rasaki Sanusi, takes the floor for a more in-depth look into the benefits derived from milk.
Milk can make significant contribution to human nutrient requirements for calcium, magnesium, selenium, riboflavin, B12, pantothenic acid. Milk is good across the life cycle.
The company shows it supports physical activity as part of the necessary components of a healthy existence.
Presently, the stunting rate is 11.4, while the wasting rate is also 11.4, and so we have the underweight too. We are looking at using milk. Milk is fortified. Using milk to reduce the triple body malnutrition.
We started collecting local milk from our local farmers. Basically, what informed that is to ensure that we also source part of our milk locally.
I believe every single Nigerian has come into contact with any one of our brands, and I dare say probably in the last week they have definitely been in touch with one of our brands.
The company has produced peak milk in Nigeria for the past 64 years and is celebrating the 30th anniversary of 3 Crowns milk in the country this year.
This is Channels Television. You're watching the news track at 10 o'clock. Time now to get back to Lagos, where Gimba is waiting back for the rest of the report.
Brilliant. Many thanks indeed, Ibrahim. Staying with the issue of nutrition, Dano Milk Nigeria is raising awareness on the importance of milk consumption for children and adults. The company is also carrying out an ambitious plan to beat an existing World Guinness record of drink pouring by a larger number of people in one sitting.
When youth gather in large number, it is likely to be a party or a recruitment exercise. But today, it's fun time to celebrate World Milk Day. It's fun all the way with energetic performances, as if to display practically the meaning of strong bones, which calcium contained in milk provides the human body. Dano Milk Nigeria is hosting this year's event with the theme Raise a Glass, Nourish Niger, to raise awareness of the health benefit of milk consumption, not just for children, but also for adults. The management of the company believes the huge patronage it enjoys in the Nigerian market is due largely to the variety of offerings available.
We have various brands. We have also flavored milk powder, which we launched some months ago. I think it's important that you give the consumer a choice, because some would like a blue, some would like a yellow, some would like a red, and I think it's always up to the consumer to choose. And therefore we offer a range of very nutritious, healthy and affordable products to our customers.
Part of the activities is an attempt to make as many consumers World Guinness record holders by breaking a record of the longest single relay of pouring drinks by 550 people. Dano Milk intends to achieve a minimum of 700 people today. For the company, this is all about setting the pace in the dairy industry in Nigeria.
In the marketing space, it's something daring to actually attempt a Guinness World Record, and then meeting or beating the record is prestigious for us. It's a bragging right. It's makes us stand out as a brand, especially in the dairy industry, to have been the first milk brand in Nigeria to attempt such a record and own that record. So basically, it's a prestige for us, and that gives us the bragging rights in Nigeria.
Health and non-health experts agree milk is an integral part of the nutritious diet. And for those that work closely with children, Dano milk provides the needed nutrients.
For a child to be well-rounded, it needs nourishing food. And to me, Dano provides that nourishing nutrients. Dano is a household brand name, and I know all the children love it. And that is why in Lagos, Dano is the milk.
Dano Milk believes it has used this outing to highlight the importance of the drink and further boost its prominence in the market.
Dano nutritious milk. Let's cross over to business news with Anwar Odo.
You first. First Bank.
Thanks a lot, Gimba. Nigeria remains open for business, even with the upcoming elections come 2019. That's the message from policymakers to offshore and domestic investors. Recent sell-offs in the capital market firmed the crux of discussions at the Nigerian and the London Stock Exchange dual listing conference, which took place in Lagos. Channel's business correspondent, Embala Shaju, reports.
The NSE-LSE Dual Listing Conference this year drills down on how to attract global capital for Nigeria's economic reforms and sustainable growth development.
Why must it be a Julius Berger?
The United Kingdom is Nigeria's largest source of capital, with trade existence valued at £4 billion. But economic uncertainties, especially at election seasons, often sends wrong signals to investors.
Yet the UK has a lot more to offer than just capital. The City of London has a wealth of expertise to share with Nigeria. To use the example of infrastructure finance, for example, the full range of the city's services, from financing to consultancies to insurances to legal services, can and should be considered alongside our finance offer.
The prospects going forward are encouraging and inspiring. And the only thing that stands in the way of optimizing the promise of those strengths is the choice that we make. Those choices will determine how quickly the foreign fleeing investments will come back and say, this is what we like to see.
And for both the NSE and the London Stock Exchange, this meeting serves as a springboard to strategize for safety of capital.
The two exchanges are here to provide that sort of safety net, a systematic way such that investors' capital in these countries, in these nations, is safe and secure from an international perspective.
There is a lot of things that are moving in the right direction. Investments are being made where they are needed, and we just need to accelerate what we're doing so that we can derive a lot more value faster than we have today.
The NSE-LSE Dual Listing Conference seeks to create liquidity for local securities. And with the 5th edition gone by, the partnership will be expected to yield more bilateral transactions between both markets. Temple Ashajo, Channels Business News.
And talking about stock exchanges, it wasn't an exciting day on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange today, but we'll find out why. Uche Alauku has the details.
Welcome to Stock Market Report. The first day of trading in the month of June has been overshadowed by continuous losses, which characterized the better part of May. This week alone, the market has lost about 909 billion naira, and today, the market lost almost 500 billion, pushing the all-share index down to the 36,000 threshold by a massive 3.38%. All the 5 major sectors saw a lot of sell down, but the consumer goods and the industrial goods sectors were the worst hit. In 5,031 deals, over 516 million shares were traded at over 7 billion naira. Axis Bank, Sovereign Insurance and UBA played a huge part in notching up those numbers. Traders are now looking forward to a better trading week next week. That's it on the Stock Market Report. I'm Uche Alauku.
Thanks a lot, Uche. Nigeria's Central Bank Governor Godwin Emefiele presided over a crucial meeting today with the top hierarchy of Bureau de Change operators to address the current issues at the foreign exchange market. The CBN says that it's unhappy finding out that forex bureaus are creating artificial scarcity, which of course knocked the naira against the US dollar last week. But since the start of this week, the central bank has increased forex supply, mandating the BDCs to buy foreign currencies 3 times a week. Commercial banks are also being monitored to ensure compliance with the order on forex sales. Let's check out the global scene now. It was mixed reaction at the close of business today from Africa to Asia and even Europe. Let's see the numbers for today. And that's business news for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Anne Nwawado. Have a wonderful weekend. It's back to you, Gimba.
You first. First Bank.
Still ahead on the news at 10, Nigeria's Super Eagles ready for epic clash with England in a warm-up match at the Wembley Stadium tomorrow. That's the sports news. Stay with us.